I was actually right here as I was coming through campus, and about 20 feet, 30 feet in front of my mom, and all of a sudden I heard this tumble and fall. I turn around, and lo and behold, it's my mom. She's hit the ground, and my instant reaction as a son with some protective instincts over his mother is to try and run back, help her up as quickly as possible. I don't make it 5 steps before the people that were on the benches back here leapt up out of their seats, stopped what they were doing, put their stuff down, were helping her up, asking if she was okay, showing just general concern for this complete stranger to them, who is arguably the most important person in my life. And it was at that moment that I realized this was a place and these were the people that I wanted to continue my education with for the next 4 years, and would eventually call my home and would be people that I would consider to be a part of my family.
I remember when I came here a long time ago, there were only 2 students from my high school, so the familiarity was not there. It's how am I going to break into new relationships? How I'm going to build bridges with people I don't know, make connections. And I think that's usually the big thing that impacts all students, not just those experienced students who've had the experience of being away, but the new students who are, seeking to reestablish themselves in a new place. How do you build a relationship with a roommate? I mean, most of the people who come here have not shared a room or living space with someone. And, it's exciting. It's not an unusual or a typical challenge in a collegiate environment. And we're ready to support students throughout the course of that journey.
When I first moved in to Russell Hall, I remember unpacking my car and my rugby ball fell out the back. And this guy, his name is Pat Byrne, he was the captain of the rugby team at the time, picked up my ball and found me in the hallway, and he's like, you're coming to our scrimmage today. And I, saw a bunch of the guys. I even saw some dudes I know from my hall. And 3 of them I still, I consider some of my best friends. It made me really feel, that first day moving in, that I could make friends, I could be happy here, I'd call it home.
Well, I made a bunch of friends my freshman year on the first floor of my dorm. Going in, I wasn't sure if I was going to make friends, and those friends have actually stayed with me all 4 years. All 4 of my best friends became my sisters, and that's something that I can't imagine having anywhere else.
Talk to people in your class, talk to people at the UC or wherever. If you go to the gym, talk to people, just say, hey, what's going on? Can you help me? You spot me real quick or whatever. Make conversation with them. You don't have to force anything, because if you guys like the same thing, you're in an environment where you like something, then it's pretty easy to talk about common interests.
So don't be afraid to go out there and try new things and participate in new activities or clubs, because you might meet some of your really good friends in these clubs. It just allows you to build good relationships.
Every single professor is extremely helpful. They always have their doors open and want you to succeed in every way possible.
So many have come to my field hockey games. So many are just really in love with their job, and they care about their students so much, and they all are just really willing to, be there for them, be available for them in any way, inside and outside the classroom.
Professors are your greatest allies. They are here to help you succeed and help you understand if you're struggling with a course.
I like when you walk down Campus Walk. It's full of greenery. You're almost walking through a tunnel of trees. When I step outside, it's not like I'm walking through a concrete jungle or something. I'm an outdoorsy guy. I love being able to see trees. I'll be able to see on the blue sky. And that's something about UMW that I really love.
I spent almost all my time on campus. There's so many places to go study, or so many places to go hang out with your friends and just talk. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, peaceful place to be in and around.
My sophomore year, I went home for winter break, and as I was getting in my car to come back to Mary Washington, I hugged my mom, hugged my dad, and then I said, I'll call you all when I get home. And then all of a sudden, my mom started crying. And for the life of me, I didn't know why she was crying, and my dad was shaking his head, and I looked over at him and I go, why is mom crying? And he said, because you referred to Mary Washington as your home.
I met some great professors, great people, and I lived on campus all 4 years because it felt like home to me. I was able to access a lot of things that kind of defines who I am right now.
Fredericksburg is my home. I was raised here. I knew that there's nowhere else that I wanted to go to school. It was beautiful. The buildings, the facilities, everything was incredible.
Between the friends I made my freshman year and my professors and my fellow peers, everything that I could find at home, I could find here at UMW.
The exciting thing about the University of Mary Washington is that we celebrate the fact that we're different from one another, but because we are a public liberal arts university, we really see that we are a laboratory for our democracy. And what I mean by that is that this is a place where if you feel that you might come from a little different background, or maybe your belief system might be a little different than others, that's okay. Not only are you going to be accepted here, you're going to be celebrated, because we believe that difference is an important part of who we are, and we're all going to learn from you. So I think that's what University of Mary Washington can do, is that we will step out and we will make sure that you feel safe here and that you feel valued and supported.